Howdy, folks. Guess what today is? It is Halloween Day. Alright, last day of the month, so I want to get this hero view in on her before all of a sudden we're in November. So, next hero of the month, not really sure if it's the yellow dude or the purple one. That's a purple healer, I guess. She's dressed as a witch. It would have been good for her to be released. Like in October, but here we got Rancher for October. Alright, so I've seen her in a few lineups. So far I've bent able to take her out before she fires, so I haven't even seen her special skill yet in action. I don't know if that says much for her or not, but she does look decent. And man, I have so many emblems for sharpshooters. I did my normal few pulls that I get throughout the month, like from events and whatnot. But no luck on getting her, because I could have had her done already and rate up in talents to 20. So I think I have over 2,000 sharpshooters, as sharpshooters just don't land for me. Alright, so she looks fairly decent. Now her health that seems somewhat down, but that can always be propped up with your emblems. The attack's decent and defenses are steady there. So round them up, 51 average. So 9 speed weapon, she'd be fast, because I believe it's 9 speed on the regalizer here. Yeah. So 58 would be fast, so she would drop a tile and become fast, so that's awesome. She kind of reminds me of Hex. There's a power difference, though, Hex being a little bit older. So she's at 830. And that's with 20 emblems on her, and I have 2 of them done. I happen to get 2 that month, which doesn't happen very often. I got 2 Jocastas, too. But for Heroes of the Month, yeah, that I don't rarely get duplicates, so of course I did both Hex up. And yeah, so I think you're gonna see a little bit more power on her. I think, what did she come to? 847 maybe? So the power creep, definitely real. When she was done, and I was looking at her in those lineups when I took her on. So yeah, basically another AoE hitter that covers 3. That's been a lot of the blues, because I believe that, what is it, Nightbird? I want to call her Nightbird, but I'm sure that's not it. I think she hits 3 too, and she's fast, and she's a pain in the ass, actually. She's on my PETA list to fight. She's been an AoE hitter as well. Could use some sniper power for blues, but that doesn't seem to be happening anymore. Or not much, anyway. A lot of snipers with yellows, it seems. So hopefully, if it is the yellow guy, hopefully he's not a sniper, but who knows. Alright, 335 damage to the target nearby enemies. It's not bad. Target nearby enemies receive 295 damage whenever they receive a buff for 4 turns. So they get the shock on that. Huh. That's actually not bad. 4 turns, too. So her special is going to be ongoing over those 4 turns for an extra bit of damage in there. And if she's got a speed weapon on her, that's great, because then that just means she's going to charge faster and hit faster, right? So the target and nearby enemies get minus 50% healing for 4 turns. This effect can't be cleared. Actually, that sucks. So to me, she kind of looks like she could do both, pull offense and defense duty. Because that's pretty good. Now, most in war, especially most folks, would take in a healer. Like, you just can't get away with it when you're on an attacking team anymore with how strong some of the Season 2 heroes are and the different combinations that can be made, especially with the gem heroes. So, you're going to need a healer. Some of the family specials, too, not specials, but the family bonuses. That's the word. You get different things that just are meant to finish off a team even faster, right? Hacker family and all those for season 2, and then you've got the mutant bonus and those sort of things that give out extra bleed or whatever it is, and that's just crazier. So you're gonna get hit hard with some of those things, so you can't really miss taking a healer in most times on war and whatnot. So yeah, that's actually pretty handy. The target nearby enemies minus 50 healing for 4 turns. So if she hits, she's on a war defense and she hits you, I mean, your healer's not going to go off. That's handy. So I can see her being used for both offense and defense, just the way this reads anyway. That's pretty good. That's pretty good in my mind. Alright, so it's funny that this effect can't be cleared as put on so much, and we don't even see too many status ailment cleansers put out there anymore either. So I don't know. That's one thing I think's kind of missing from some of the specials is your buff dispelling and your status cleansers. So it doesn't seem to. They don't seem to be coming out on too many of the heroes lately. Alright, so let's take a look at Hex. I guess it's kind of similar in the AoE damage. So she does, what, 335 Rancher, so 315 here. I guess this is why it reminds me. And so she has Blaze, 552 damage over 3 turns. If a target dies while this effect is active, then nearby enemies receive the Blaze for 3 turns, which is, man, that can be really effective. That can be really deadly. So that's similar. It's not Blaze for Rancher, but that's why it reminds me of it. And then the minus 58% accuracy for 3 turns. So with Rancher, it's the healing for 4 turns. So, and that chance to miss. They'd actually be a good team on a blue stack. Now that I'm looking at these two together, that's very funny. They'd actually be really effective. So she's fast too with the Regalizer blue speed weapon, right? So she hits over 58. What, did I do speed on her talent grid? I can't remember if I did or not. Because I think she has the other breakpoint is what speeds up here. So it's only approximately 2%. So 1 space. So she'd have to hit 63. Yeah, I guess I could have. She would hit 63, I think is the next breakpoint. I'm not positive on that, though. Where you go from low end fast to mid fast. So the speed node would, as long as you combine it with the Regalizer. Yeah, it's possible that she could drop 2 tiles. I didn't do this speed, though. But that's okay. I boosted up her health. Alright, so what about the speed on Rancher? So would it help her? The speed, it looks like it's up further again, so the 2%. Yeah. So it's possible, because that would be 10 spaces with the Regalizer. 10 points to jump, so 51, maybe 61. So yeah, it would just miss being another tile. So I don't know for her that the speed would necessarily be one that you would want to do, but yeah, I don't know. Always something to keep in mind. Some people do speed no matter what, but I don't know. I just rather see it actually jump them into another breakpoint or another bracket myself. So I don't think I would do that for Rancher if I got her, but it's not much chance now. All right, so yeah, for me, she'd be decent. I can see some people, if they're spending and doing a lot of pulls, that they may not want her and would probably save it. But to me, she's decent for sure. I would like to see some more snipers in the blue category, though. Same with greens. They seem to be putting out a lot of the... Oh, you got me. A lot of the... not that it's hard to do. Heroes of the month that they've been releasing are AoE heroes, because this guy, a few months back, and then Rhoda. He's pretty good, though. I gotta say, I really like his special, so that's awesome. It's nice that they have put in more heroes that do the messing up the charge. So that's really, really awesome. So 21 damage to the targets when their charge is full and reduces the charge by 50%. Because that, for a long time, there was a huge gap where you just had it where it was this guy and the odd couple others. Now he's so far outdated now. Like these original Heroes of the Month are just like bit of souped up vanillas. Like they're like literally they're just a little bit of a souped up vanilla hero. That's it. Now look at the 783 for full power, and even you look at the stats and they're down. And that's with full emblems. Where you look at this guy, look at how high defenses he has. He's a pain in the ass to get rid of, actually. Of course, I think I went mostly on the talent grid for some of the defenses. Yeah. I did defenses and health on a lot of it. Because I wanted him for my defense, and then I ended up with Emerald, but that's okay. I still like... He's handy. They make a good stack, him and Emerald. So, yeah, I can see Rancher being handy for a lot of different things, because you can make a lot of different combinations with blue stacks. Like, even with this guy. Can make a stack with this guy. And now, he doesn't mess with charge, but the taunt, I mean, he sacrifices his butt. Right? And the other teammates won't take damage, so he can blast away with Rancher, and this guy will be helping save her. Because he takes the hits. So, I don't know, even with the variant, if you happen to get him as a Halloween hero, even this is pretty good. I mean, you'll automatically get the suit now, but you didn't. For folks who maybe haven't drawn the suit and got it before they released his suit, he's still decent, although his defenses are pretty shabby, to tell you the truth. But see look at his health at 1820, and that attack's good. So he's still usable even as without the equipped suit. So yeah, there's lots of different options. I could see Rancher being very handy for me in my lineup. And especially when you take on some of those red tanks with War, it doesn't hurt to have some extra blues. Like, I even went as far as to take... Because I had 2 Nemas with support emblems on them. And I even went as far as to take the second Nema, take all the emblems off her. She's just sitting doing nothing now. And putting them on Anastasia just so I had another blue option and a healer option. Even though, unfortunately, she's slow. But I do have 3 Regalizers totally leveled up, and 1 for 1 that I just tiered up the other day. So at least I have options to fight that. So yeah, I guess it all depends on what you fight the Reds better need in your lineup. But yeah, she's definitely decent. And I mean, most of the heroes of the month are, and if you're not a spender, that's one way you can kind of expand your lineup because anybody could get a hero of the month drop, and it's automatically better for your lineup that way. And you can kind of keep in pace with the whales of the game that are left in the game anyway. Yeah, because definitely playership, like, it's still dropping, right? And if you didn't know, have some fun on this last day of Halloween, throwing some heads around, throwing some jack-o'-lanterns. Alrighty, folks. So yeah, she looks good to me, and yeah, she'd be handy. I'd personally want to probably buff up the health and defenses myself if I got her and put emblems on her. Because that's for me. I just want sustainability for the heroes to last as long as they can. Even though she's an attacking hero, like that's pretty good already, being at 784. So yeah, I'd mix in a little bit of attack, but probably not a lot. So I need sustainability where they're going to be able to take on those season 2 heroes and those buffed up lineups from other event heroes and stuff like that people have. So alrighty. Well, happy Halloween, and I hope you guys didn't spend too much on candy, because it looks like it's gone up about 44% since 2019 with inflation. I was reading that today. That's pretty disgusting. Hey, but gotta get those record profits, right? Even though you're preying on people who just need food. Alrighty, folks. Have a good weekend. Happy Halloween.